my name is Rebecca Hughes. I'm a senior and I play the flute.
My name is Ben Wybert. I'm a senior and I play bari sax.
My name is Bree Van Wormer. I'm a sophomore and I play saxophone.
Back when I was a freshman, Mr. Eckert was the one who really advocated for me as a player to his colleagues, when his colleagues really valued like upperclassmen, like juniors and seniors, not so much based on like playing ability, but just the fact that they were juniors and seniors. He advocated to them, me as a player, and he said that I deserved to be in the wind ensemble, and that actually, brought their attention to me, and it made me more recognized as a player, and so I could actually like show off what I could do rather than being hidden amongst like the numbers. And so that was really important, because that was just kind of my start of me as a player, and it was because he gave me that opportunity to prove myself. So I really appreciate that.
For me, Mr. Eckert was the first one that actually showed that I could be an educator in the future. Way back in 8th grade, when he auditioned me for high school band, he just looked at me after I played like kind of horribly, and he said, like, if you keep going at the pace you're going, nothing can stop you, and you'll be a fantastic educator. And so he was the first person to kind of say, like, hey, you could make this your life, and you could be really good at it. And so because of him, I'm going to Texas State to be a band director for high school, and without Mr. Eckert, that would not be anything I would ever be striving for. So with the jazz band, we do a lot of community outreach, and it's purely because of Mr. Eckert. Without him, that would not exist whatsoever.
And the jazz band was like started by Mr. Eckert, started 9 years ago, and he's kind of taken it to this new level, just starting out with like just playing like one song at UIL, and now we go around and compete across the area. We've gone to universities and played, and I know like for me personally, we listen to like a lot of different like jazz music and stuff, and it's kind of shown, and it's all of us have progressed because of it, and it's made a big impact on our band program, because as it's just gotten better and better, now we're competing on a really high level.
Another organization that he's helped create and develop is TFME. We have this club, TFME, at our school, and he's our sponsor. And he doesn't have to be a sponsor for it, but he is, because he thinks that young music educators deserve an education on what they're going to be doing later in their life. We get a lot of knowledge that we would not get otherwise, and so that's a really cool thing that he does for us, that he doesn't have to do, but he does. So something that I've learned really from him is that he is like when you're playing music, to like feel it and get into it, and like not just play it, like go through the motions, because like you can get a computer to do that, but like actually put like emotion into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just think that's really important, because there are a lot of people that play and they just they use it like as like a checklist, like okay, I'm getting the rhythms, I am getting the notes, and that's it.
So like putting personality into
yeah,
it,
like kind of like making a story, or just adding your own like personal flair to it. He's taught me the importance of that, and I think that's really another thing that he's done that's not really like music, but more just like in general, how he like runs things. I really appreciate how he places an emphasis on like student opinions, and I think it's really cool that he talks to us. Like, I don't know how many hours I've spent in this office just like talking to him about my experiences and the problems and what we can do to fix them. Things from my perspective, and he's sat there and he's been like, yeah, that's really helpful, and like your opinion is really valuable, and it makes you feel important, but it also just like gives the directors more perspective of like how to deal with certain issues. Yeah, and it makes for a closer community, and it makes their teaching more effective, because
they know what we need better.
Like with Mr. Eckert, you can sit down in his office and just, can we talk? And he'll be like, of course. And
Yeah.
he'll like turn away from his computer and he'll just look at you and you can just go for hours.
Yeah, really. I always come in here, I'm like, are you busy? And he's like, yeah, but I mean, sit down. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. Like just stand in his doorway and he's like, did you need something? And like you didn't even make a sound, but like he can sense that you're there.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
He kind of like teaches us how to teach ourselves, if that makes sense.
That does
Like
make sense.
he tells us what to listen for, and then we develop his teaching style and we adapt it to ourselves. Like learning how to listen to certain things, I think I developed more of a sense of that through Mr. Eckert, because he really emphasized it, and the way he taught it to us, it was really helpful to myself.
Like, basically, he teaches us to not be, like, reliant on other people to tell us, you know, if what we're doing is right or wrong. Like, we learn how to, like, for tuning, for example, like, you listen, and you don't need, you know, a tuner in front of you, and you don't need somebody to, you know, hold up a phone to you and say, you're sharp. Like, you listen to the people around you, and then you adjust your instrument. Same with, like, marching, you know, they teach us to not wait for a section leader to come around and say, you're too far this way or that way. You use your eyes and you look around. You're not dependent on other people.
And his passion is really contagious, because he's always around us, and he's always like spreading that kind of love for music around, and it's really, like I said, it's contagious, and it's easy to pick up on that kind of thing, and he's always trying to like do more things for us. He's always going like above and beyond what he has to do already. He's always like going to listen to us about like problems with band or without band, not band related maybe, and he's always like giving us more opportunities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the summer band thing.
Yeah. Like, he also, like, through our school and our administration, he tries to get us opportunities through that. Like, even small things like getting our achievements on the announcements, when we know that, you know, if he wasn't telling them to do that, they probably wouldn't. Oh, yeah. Also, he, kind of the other way around, he advocates, like, the music that he loves to us. Like, whenever he gets the chance, you know, he like plays us really like awesome and well-known pieces of music that we probably haven't heard before, so we are exposed to like new things and new kinds of music. So I think that's a great way to kind of educate us on what great music sounds like, and just, you know, to build our repertoire of things we know. And I think it's really special that he does that.
Without Mr. Eckert, I wouldn't know anything about jazz or music or anything that I would need to.
Yeah.
Really.